Long ago, in a gentle town nestled between soft, rolling hills and wide, peaceful rivers, there lived a wise old teacher named Mira. She was known throughout the valley for her calming voice and the special stories she shared with children, just as stars began to twinkle in the night sky. Her cottage, surrounded by lavender and silver-green olive trees, glowed each evening with the laughter and warmth of little ones eager to hear Mira's tales. But the real magic lay in the way her stories soothed every restless heart and taught each listener to discover a new strength within themselves. Tonight, Mira gathered her young friends close, blankets wrapped around their shoulders, lanterns casting gentle golden pools of light. The world outside was quiet, but within the safe circle of Mira's home, curiosity danced in every gaze. Mira began, her voice low and steady like a comforting breeze. Once, in a place not so different from our own, there was a young child named Naya. Naya found the world to be a loud and colorful place, filled with movement and surprises. Sometimes her feelings grew as wild as a thunderstorm. Worry flickered, anger rumbled, and sometimes sadness clouded her heart. At night, these feelings made sleep seem far away, like a distant kite in the sky. One evening, as the sun dipped low and painted the clouds in golds and pinks, Naya sat beneath a tall willow tree. The leaves whispered above her, soft and constant. She closed her eyes, trying to quiet the flurry of thoughts that chased each other inside her mind. Suddenly, a gentle voice spoke out from the stillness. It was the voice of the willow tree itself. "Little one, I see you're carrying many feelings inside. Why not tell me about them? Sometimes sharing makes the load feel lighter." Naya hesitated, but the tree's voice was filled with kindness, so she began to speak. She told the willow about her worries, about school, about friends, about fears that no one seemed to understand. With every word she spoke, the tree listened. It did not rush or interrupt. The leaves only shivered gently, as if nodding in understanding. As she spoke, Naya noticed something wondrous. The tight knot in her chest started to unwind, and the tangle of her thoughts began to loosen. For the first time in days, she felt a little lighter, a little calmer. When she finished, the tree responded, "You are brave to share how you feel. When we listen to our feelings and let others listen too, our heavy storms can calm. You're not alone, even when the world feels full of noise. I'll always listen, as the stars do each night." Naya returned to that tree again and again, sometimes to talk, sometimes to sit in silence and listen to the soothing rustle of leaves. She discovered that her feelings were like the weather, sometimes bright and sunny, sometimes rainy and gray, but always changing, always passing. The more she noticed and named her feelings, the less frightening they became. One day, as she watched her friends arguing on the playground, Naya remembered the willow tree's kindness. She walked over, and instead of turning away from her friends' frustrations, she asked if they wanted to talk. She listened with patience, just as the tree had done for her. Soon, her friends' angry words softened into laughter, and together, they discovered a new way to understand one another. From that day on, Naya became known for her calm presence, her gentle listening, and her gift for helping others feel seen and heard. By learning to listen, to her own feelings and to her friends, Naya helped her little community grow in trust and togetherness. Even when storms returned, as they always do, she remembered the willow's wisdom, that every feeling has a story, and that every story needs someone to listen with an open heart. As Mira finished the tale, the children around her grew still, their eyelids heavy with dreams. Mira smiled softly, knowing the story's lesson would linger in their thoughts long after the story ended. She let her words flow into the gentle quiet of the room. Emotional balance begins by listening, the way Naya listened to herself, the way the willow tree listened without judgment. When we pay attention to our feelings, we learn what it means to be truly calm, even when life is not. And when we listen to others with patience and kindness, we help them feel safe too. We become like the willow tree, a gentle place of shelter where every emotion can safely land and rest. She continued, her tone warm and reassuring. It's important to remember that all feelings, even the stormy, hard ones, are natural. They are messages that tell us what matters in our hearts. When we pause and notice how we feel, we can talk about it, write it down, or simply breathe until it passes. If we aren't sure what we feel, that's all right too. We can always find a trusted person to share our feelings with, knowing that the act of listening and being listened to brings understanding and calm. Mira watched as the lids of each child's eyes grew heavier, their breathing slower, the room blanketed in peaceful silence. The lesson of the story gently anchored itself within each heart, a reminder that every voice matters, every emotion belongs, and every person can help another by simply listening. In your own life, Mira whispered into the hush, remember Naya and the willow tree. The next time your heart feels wild or restless, try listening to what your feelings want to tell you. Share them with someone you trust, or sit in the quiet and let them drift through you like clouds across the sky. And when a friend is hurting, be that gentle willow, quiet, patient, and kind. With each act of listening, you nurture not just yourself, but the world around you. The calm you create today becomes the strength that carries you through tomorrow. Sleep now. Let your mind rest in this gentle truth. Listening, truly listening, brings calm to our hearts and teaches us how to feel deeply, love greatly, and grow wise, one story at a time. And so, beneath the soft glow of starlight and the hush of night, Mira's listeners drifted into peaceful sleep, their dreams filled with gentle breezes, strong willow trees, and the calm that comes from being listened to, knowing that with each new day they would carry this wisdom forward, quietly transforming their world through the simple power of thoughtful listening. Thank you for watching this episode of Mind Awakening TV. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an awakening moment. Leave your thoughts in the comments, and let's continue the conversation. Stay curious and keep expanding your mind.